like game planning for an opponent, and in kind of the midst of the week, they trade one of their best players?
Yeah, I mean, it's you know, difficult, but you know, we just prepare. You know, really, if a guy gets hurt during a game, you know, you kind of have your secondary plans and things like that going on.
Was the hardest part for a guy like Golden Tate the yards after the catch and just kind of game planning around that?
Well, he was terrific at that. I mean, that, you know, that's kind of hard to game plan, you know, when the guy breaks tackles, but he was terrific at that, yeah. I mean, he caught a lot of balls on third down. You know, he's a good player.
Were you surprised at the number of moves within the division before the deadline?
You know, I'm so into what we're doing, I don't worry about what else is really going on around the league.
When you talk about doing a better job of finishing, what are some of the things that you do in practice during the week to improve that?
Well, we work on the situations throughout the course of the game.
Mike, what have your impressions been of Kerryon Johnson?
He's good, very good. Runs hard, speeds in the perimeter, catches the ball well. He's been good in protection. He's a good back.
Those backs that can catch out of the backfield and make guys miss, I mean, how much more difficult does that make it rather than, you know, kind of that old style back that might just be taking handoffs?
Yeah, it's much more difficult. I mean, you have to prepare for everything. You have to be aware of, you know, certain different coverages that, you know, I mean, some coverages you don't worry about the back too much. You know, depending on the back, you have to manipulate your coverages in certain ways.
How has he changed their run game as opposed to other years that you guys have faced them?
Well, you know, I think they're more committed to running the football, number one, and he's been running the ball extremely effective. I'm not sure it's changed the run game all that much. I mean, you know, there's a lot of similar runs that they've had in the past, but they're much more effective at it.
They lose Golden Tate, but how have you seen kind of Galladay come on this year?
He's big, good, real good player. Goes up and gets the football. Him and Marvin Jones both are excellent players. Big time, deep threats. You know, go up and get the football, run good routes. He's a good blocker as well.
Mike, is their offensive line better this year? Is that part of the run game?
Yeah, I think they've added the tight end. He's a good blocker. You know, Ragnow is a guy that's physicality. They moved the guard to center from Michigan. Yeah, they do a good job. Decker's a good player. You know, they got a couple first rounders in there. You know, Lang. So you know, he looks healthy again. So yeah, I think that's part of it too. You know, the tight end, the runners, the commitment.
And how's the balance helping Stafford? Is he more dangerous, or is he? I mean, the record doesn't show it at this point.
He's always dangerous. You know, he's been graded fourth quarter comebacks. He's been graded. You know, I think he's taken care of the ball pretty well this year. You know, he's still got a big arm, can throw it anywhere on the field, and his movement in the pocket is still excellent. You know, he scrambles around and ducks, and you know, Fran would be happy.
Ragnow, obviously a local guy. He was gone before you guys picked him the first round. How much did you kind of look at him as a possible candidate to maybe draft?
Well, we look at everybody. So, you know, guys get taken just how it goes.
Mike, with only one game separated first and last in this division, you have 5 division games left. Is there just an extra emphasis on these division games with the way that things might play out for the rest of the season?
Well, I think the division games are very important, obviously. But you know, we try to take one game a week, focus as hard as we can on this particular game, and obviously it's a division game and it's a big game. But you know, just how the schedule came up.
Mike, with some of the momentum you've been able to create with your run game in the last few weeks, and facing a run defense that's gotten gashed a little bit, what kind of opportunities does that present to establish the run on Sunday?
You know, the one thing about it, Ben, is they've been, I mean, they're stout and physical up front. They're very stout and physical, and they, you know, they've had given up some runs, but there's a lot of no gainers in there too. I mean, they're very physical in there, and you we're gonna have to stick with it, we're gonna have to keep pounding, keep fighting, stay on blocks, because these guys are big physical players, and linebackers get downhill. Yeah, I've seen some teams that have been gashed before, but I don't see this.
When you faced a guy like Matt Stafford that you've seen so many times over the years, is there ever anything that is almost new? Or, I mean, we always talk about where do they get better, what are the areas. When you see a guy that many times, do you ever see like little intricacies that are like, oh, I didn't see that last time we played him?
I think one of the areas he's gotten better at is in the red zone. He had thrown a lot of turnovers in the red zone in the past. I haven't seen that he's taking good care of the football now. As far as arm strength and things like that, those are all, where you notice is typically with quarterbacks, their arm strength doesn't change that much, their athletic ability doesn't change. It really goes to, okay, this guy I saw him out of the corner, there was a corner blitz the other day that he wasn't looking at, and he ended up throwing a sight to the ex-receiver. It was against, let's say, Miami. And so, those kind of things that, they tend to see more and react to it quicker.
Are you starting to see a pattern of the way teams are trying to defend Thielen in the second halves of games to try to slow him down?
Yeah, and really not just second half, the entire game.
What have you seen from the Lions secondary so far this year?
Play a lot of man. They've got good players back there. Two safeties are very good. Obviously Slay's a really good player. But they play a lot of man, and they try to disrupt you at the line of scrimmage.
Mike, did a deal just not formulate at the deadline for you guys, or were you just comfortable just letting it pass?
I'm not going to discuss it.
Time for two more.